Hey guys, welcome to season 3 of The Art of Beauty. If you've tuned into The Art of Beauty before, well, welcome back. You would have probably heard my voice, and this is the face behind the voice. So nice to meet you guys officially. I'm Yasmin, and this season we're actually going to be doing things a little bit differently. We've got 6 episodes this season, and we're going to be focusing on doing videos. But this season, I have an amazing co-host, Asnita Azman.
Hey everybody.
If you tuned into season 2, you would have noticed that she was actually a guest of mine. So I'm so happy to have you as my co-host this time around instead of just a guest. So anyway, first episode. We've got a very lovely guest here today. She needs no introduction if you live on Instagram. Because she's been there since day one.
Oh my god.
My good friend and also my kakak, Naddy Rahman.
Hey guys.
Yay! Welcome.
Thank you for having me here. I'm so excited.
Thank you for finally visiting me at work.
Oh god, yes.
I really wanted to just start off super simple and just be like, I don't know, how are you doing today? Like, how are you feeling?
I'm good. As you know, I have a baby, so my day
Little J.
Yeah, my
J.
day revolves around my baby. So I wake up is the first thing I see. If you see his face, you nothing can go wrong with your day. You know, like you wake up and it's like, hi. You can start your day happily. So I'm feeling great today. Very excited.
It's just good vibes on
Good
first
vibes.
thing when you wake up.
Of course, that's like the first thing I need in the morning, and then coffee. Then I start my day.
So you actually have the coffee after.
Yes.
Oh my god,
Yes.
wow.
So we were talking about coffee orders just now. So we're curious, what is your go-to? Because it is quite unique.
Yeah,
Can you tell
it's so
us?
specific. As like, I'm not a coffee drinker, so when I heard that, I was like, I don't understand this coffee jargon.
So my go-to Starby drink is an iced caramel macchiato with the caramel drizzle upside down around the cup, but less caramel drizzle, not too much because it gets super intense. Yeah, that's it.
Dude, that sounds like me ordering like Nando's. Like I always have like my quarter chicken with like chips, and sometimes I have jollof rice on the side.
Ooh.
Like I'm specific about that when it comes to Nando's, but like when it comes to coffee, you lost me there. Lost.
So is it mild or extra hot? Hot?
Oh,
What is
definitely
that?
hot. Come
Definitely
on.
hot.
Spicy
okay.
girl.
Malaysian, innit?
Malaysian
Like,
innit.
we're not doing lemon pepper
Spicy
mild
kings.
like nonsense. We ain't about that. Okay? So also you were mentioning your husband. Her husband is Jasman Jafar, okay? Again, my abang. So my kakak, my abang, and then actually it's more like mom, dad, and I'm the child.
Yeah, literally.
Basically, yeah, because whenever I'm a mess, I go to them. There we go.
Yeah,
so that is
she'll
our relationship.
she'll call me on like FaceTime and there
then-
I am all the time.
With
It's either
Jufri.
I'm feeding Jufri or like I'm putting him to sleep, and then Min was just like, but you know what happened, and like da 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 da, and I'm like, okay, yeah, Min, no worries, da da da. And Jufri sometimes would actually listen into the conversation. He would just
and
stare
judge
at
me
Min,
and judge me. Just not
seriously,
having it.
he has done it so many times. So I'm like, are you listening to this, Jufri?
Yeah.
Like Tim Min is going crazy.
Oh my god.
And it'll literally be like 45 minutes to an hour of just me going nuts,
Going
just
off,
going
like-
ape, and like
About
baby J will
anything,
literally
yeah.
just be there listening.
Yep.
And then and then Naddy will also just be like, mm-hmm.
So what is it about Naddy that makes her like the mom or the big sister, like you mentioned? What is it about? I mean, your personality, Naddy. I mean, are you someone were you the eldest in the family?
No, I'm not. I'm actually the youngest.
Huh.
Both me and my husband.
Really?
Yeah, but I think we.
I don't know how I never knew that as well.
Oh my
But you
God.
don't give youngest child vibes.
No, I think because my siblings and my siblings are way older. They're like 10, 13, 12 years older than me. So I'm actually mostly surrounded with a lot of people that are way older than me. So maybe that's why I kind of have that vibe.
But I think it's also because like my brain is still stuck at like 20 years old though. That's the thing.
Sometimes
It's worrying. It's concerning sometimes.
But you know, now that I see you at work, I'm like, I have nothing to worry about.
Exactly. There we go. No, I think like you've always given me kakak vibes. You always keep it real. Like you're always super like straightforward, and like you always call me out on my toot, you know, like, yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
I have to know.
Nonsense. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think you're not afraid to just like keep it 100, and I think that's so important, like in a
Yeah.
friendship as well. Anyway, let's get into
Okay.
the nitty gritty of things and why we're actually here today. So
Alright.
I just want to
Alright.
start off by
It's-
just asking
okay.
as well. Do you have a problem with the word influencer? Anyway, next question. Faham sangat.
I kind of do actually.
Why?
Okay, maybe because I've been in the industry way back. I think back in 2010, literally after SPM for me.
Did you start on Blogspot?
No, I did not. I just
MySpace?
No, I didn't. I literally started off doing TV commercials. Okay, so this is how it started. So I started doing TV commercials. It was easy money for me. It was a part-time thing because obviously it was after SPM. I had nothing to do. And at that time, Instagram was just about to be a popular thing. So because everyone was from like Facebook and Twitter or something. So and then Instagram had this insane filters, like, you know, like way back, you know, and everyone was going through it, and I was like, what is this? So I tried going on it, and slowly, for some reason, like from TVCs, I meet people in the TV industry, like producers and, you know, directors and whatnot, and then slowly it kind of like progressed to being invited to their events. Like, say for example, if I do a TV commercial for Nescafe,
Right.
I get invited to go to their events. So slowly it all started from there, and at the same time, Instagram was peaking up in KL. So I started uploading pictures, like I meet this person, blah blah blah, and I start meeting different kinds of people in the industry, and I started meeting designers as well, because I was doing a lot of my baju kurung and whatever with designers, and they happened to be friends with my sister, so they're like, oh, can you come to my show the next. So it went on like that, and then slowly I think brands from previous places that I've worked with, let's say for like Nescafe or whatever, right, like they recognize me and they remember me, like, hey, you did this TVC, right? Okay, you know, why don't let's do another one, let's do a shoot. Then it went to like modeling, and then from modeling concurrently it goes back to designers. So I used the Instagram some sort of like a portfolio for me.
Right.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it kind of
okay.
worked back then, and then it started becoming super active. People started noticing, and then that's when there were a bunch of like influencers.
Yeah, and she's one of them, all right.
So I pretty much, and then slowly I've seen so many girls and, you know, even boys becoming associated with brands. I'm like, okay, it's a thing now. And it went to beauty, from fashion to
So
beauty.
this was the start of Instagram, which is
Yes.
around 2009, 10.
Mine was a bit later. Like I think, because I think it was becoming popular in KL quite late. I think it was around 2010.
really?
Yeah, it was really late in KL.
Ah.
Yeah, for some, or maybe the group of people that I was with, they started at the same time as me. Yeah, it was really long time ago.
You make yourself sound so old.
I feel
Naddy's
old. Not
literally
like,
not old.
No,
like,
you just
at
started
all.
really
Very
young.
young. Very young.
You
Yeah,
said
you're right.
before, after
After
SPM,
SPM, yeah.
right? Yeah.
So
She's
you
right,
were like
very young.
18 lah.
Yeah.
But how did you have the confidence as an 18-year-old to suddenly go on TVCs and all this?
Yeah.
How do you do it? Like, what was your mindset?
To be
going into
honest,
it?
it's something that I just really wanted to try for a very, very long time. Trust me, I had no confidence. I had to go to multiple auditions. I get rejected a lot of times because there's always people who are more camera friendly, you know, their face and whatever. So, but I just keep trying. I keep trying, and my parents were really fond of it. So I'm the type where I just want to prove them wrong in a lot of things. So I told them, like, it's okay, I can do it. I can get my own money, you know. So
Yeah.
I kind of pushed myself, and naturally it just came like, okay, I'll just do it.
From all the rejections that you faced during the auditions, what did you learn from that?
As cliche as it sounds, just don't give up. Just keep trying. Just keep trying until you actually get it right. Because you are never gonna progress if you don't try.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think because of that resilience that you have in you, you tend to do it properly until you get it right, and you'll get to where you want to go, I guess.
I think that's why Naddy has such a longevity in the Instagram in the whole Instagram industry, because you went through all that. You went through the rejection, and it makes you have thick skin, doesn't it?
Trust me, I've even had huge brands wanting me to be ambassadors, and it was between me and another girl. It's always like that. They will have 2 to 3 different portfolios of
and
girls.
they would like.
Yeah.
They would tell you like, oh, we're looking at.
Yeah, literally. No, not them specifically, but the agents would be like, oh, they went with this person because she has more this. She has more
That's
that.
hard.
Yeah,
man. That's hard.
You can
I cannot
ask.
go through that.
You can ask like my friends like way back. Even with JJ, like he has actually seen me being rejected a lot, and the reasons or excuses that they give is just insane. Like, what? How can you like just say that? Like, oh, this girl has more charisma than you. Yeah, I think you're a bit too overqualified. Things like that. Yeah,
That's interesting.
That has actually happened.
You're overqualified.
Yes,
Overqualified?
because they want someone who is more chill, relaxed, fun. Whereas at that time, I don't know, maybe because I was doing law, and then I was going to events. I was doing this, doing
Yes.
that, and at the same time I was like doing a bit of like my own business. So they were like, we want someone who's more fun, chill, relax, and not so serious. And I'm like, I'm not that serious. I'm fun.
Well, like the social media industry in general is such a competitive arena, especially now.
Oh
Is
yes,
it
now.
though? Is it?
It is very.
Oh,
it is very
100%.
100%.
I mean, like, I don't think you
100%.
need to be working in that field to know that. It's very, very obvious
Yeah.
because, like, in general, there's just so much content out there.
Yeah.
Now, especially.
Yeah.
But, like, I think, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how you hack that. I'm really fragile. I'm really, really fragile. So, like, I don't know. Would you rather have not known who you were pitted against? Or like, did you want to?
No,
like,
I obviously I don't want to know, but eventually you will know. So for example, this actually happened to me back in 2016. I got a call from a very popular magazine editor, and he said, okay, we're gonna put you on our cover next month. As the girls' generation, whatever, right? So there's gonna be 4 girls. So it's you, this. So the shoot is happening. So they were giving me all the details and like, congrats,
Yes.
you're gonna be on a cover, because that was gonna be my first magazine cover. Even though it's not
Right.
like a solo thing, it was with another three girls. I felt I was so happy. I told myself, oh my god, they probably realized like, oh yeah, Naddy's doing this, doing that. Like I kind of had that validation from them.
recognition.
Understand.
Yeah, so
Recognition.
it was a bit like, oh wow,
Yeah.
And 2 weeks before the shoot, they just called me and they're like, oh, like, sorry,
You're joking.
the shoot isn't going to happen. We're going to a different direction. They literally gave me some sort of different excuse.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe next. He said, yeah, don't worry, we'll call you for other shoots, because I've actually done photo shoots inside the magazine, like spreads, right? So
Yes.
that's normal for me. But being on the cover is something else, right? So
Of
when they said that, of
course.
course, I was a bit crushed. And 2 months later, when the magazine came out, the 3 girls that they mentioned was on the cover with a different girl that was supposed to be
my
me.
So you were the only
one
one
that got rejected.
replaced.
So of course it went back to like,
Dude.
oh my god, I'm not good enough, blah blah blah. Like I was seeking for some sort of like validation from people, like am I not good enough? It really, really brought me down. I have had moments where I felt like I'm never gonna be good enough.
Who do I need to find? Tell me.
Yeah,
tell
but that was
me.
like years ago, and I got over it, and I told myself, you know what, I can't just dwell and be sad and mope around it. So and the next time I saw them, these magazine people, I'm still civilized to them. I'm still
Professional.
See, that
professional.
says so much about you, Tao. Like,
I have to do
that's
that.
so professional.
It says that you're such a mature person.
Yeah,
And
100%.
I try to, although it's very hard, because when you see them, like my chest would be like, oh my god, it's like, but I have to be like, hi, how are you? Like,
Yeah.
it's not being fake.
No, it's
It's
not.
being civilized
Civil.
and being
I
professional.
do have a problem with that though. I think that there's a misconception where
Yeah.
people think you're being fake, but the truth is sometimes you have to be above your emotions.
Yes.
When dealing
Yep.
with everyday life.
Yeah.
It's not about being fake.
No.
Because if you put your emotions first, it will control you.
Yes, it will take over you, and
Correct.
you won't progress. So that's I always have, and obviously I have this, people have this some sort of misconception towards me as well, where they think like it's either I'm being fake, whereas I'm just trying to be civilized, or I have to admit it, like, I have a bit of an RBF. If like during events, I will just sit down and like, honestly, I'm just thinking, oh my god, what am I gonna eat after this? I'm really hungry. Oh my god, my heels hurt. Like, inside of my head is all completely different things, but my face during the show is like, because I'm trying to be camera ready, because there will always be camera, right? But actually, like, in my mind, I'm like, cepatlah habis. Kaki sakitnya nak balik. But then like everyone's like, oh my god, Naddy, like your face macam so like and I'm like, I'm not.
But like going back to like what you were saying about like the whole like
RBF,
fake thing, right? I think like in a way you kind of have to, especially in this particular industry, you kind of have to have your guard up. Not 100%, but it's so that people don't take advantage of you.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's a really cutthroat industry,
yeah.
you know, and I really do feel so like so I used to work, I'm not sure if I told you, like I used to work in social media.
No.
Yeah, social media. I did like PR and marketing and stuff like that.
She
And like I saw how brutal it can be, and like
Brutal
content.
in what way?
Oh my god.
Fill me in, guys. The newbie here. Let's know.
It's not for everyone. It's really not for
And
everyone.
the gossip.
Yeah, it you know, every industry has its toxicity.
Yeah.
And the social media industry has its
Another level.
It's its own kind of
Honestly, I don't know
toxicity,
how
right?
Hollywood stars, they do this
Yeah.
constantly. It's their life, and it's just so tiring.
Is
Yeah.
it toxic
God.
on the competitive level? Is that what you mean?
Well, it's competitive because you can jual muka.
Yeah.
It's all about this
Yes.
at the
Yeah.
end of the day,
Yes.
right?
This and personality,
Yeah.
and
and it gets
exactly.
tiring, doesn't it?
yeah.
No,
sometimes you just
100%.
want to be yourself, and be
Yes.
alone, like, you know,
Yeah.
like, oh
You just
my
wanna-
god. Yeah. Leave me
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, exactly. And like I feel like a lot of people on social media have to portray this larger than life
Yeah.
personality,
This
because
persona.
you have to be able to connect with
Your
your audience, right? And it's through a phone screen. So if you are just like, you know, like right, like on social media, it doesn't
Yeah.
translate well, right? It's not.
Doesn't,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
not. It's not exciting. It's not captivating. It's not
Immediately you
interesting.
just like tenggelam, you know, you just go
Exactly.
like, bye.
Exactly. I honestly respect people who are in the social media industry, because like I know for damn sure I couldn't do it. I'm just not
But
God's
you're in the
strongest
creative
soldier.
industry, like,
Yeah, but I'm behind
so are
the
you.
scenes, you
So,
see.
in
In its own way,
In its
yes,
own
of
way. Yeah.
course. But like content creation in general. So being in this industry, in the entertainment industry, I get creative burnout all the time. And I'm just okay, so I pump out like what? 4 to 6 shows a week, right? If you're in the social media industry, you have to think like so in advance about like what you're posting every single day.
Yep.
And it's not like it doesn't just stop at like one Instagram post a day, right?
Yep.
You have your stories,
Yep.
and then you have to do client work,
Your
and then you have to go to
reels,
events, reels, TikTok, Twitter. It's so much,
Yeah.
man. And there's so much work and curation that
Yep.
goes into it. So like, hats off to you, dude. Like,
No,
I
but
just,
honestly,
it's just
I'm
not for
already
me.
at that stage where I just let my Instagram be as organic as it can be, because I'm no longer chasing for followers. I'm no longer chasing for engagement. I'm no longer chasing for, oh my god, you know, like all this. No, because I've gone through it. Because like you say, I start very early.
Yep.
I've gone through the whole like, doing campaigns, doing shoots, you know, posting stories, Instagram reels, doing get ready with me videos, and then on top of it, you have so many socials that you have to keep up with. I mean, now there's threads.
What
yeah,
is
I don't know. I can't keep up. I
Yeah.
really
I'm
can't
tired.
keep
This
Like,
mama is tired.
We
So
already have that. It's called Twitter.
yeah.
up. Exactly.
So yeah, the fact that you have to keep up with all these socials and you have to curate and be creative. Like, to be honest, I respect content creators a lot. The one that actually, you know, have a schedule of the timing of their postings, what to post weekly, daily, their stories. I respect, because
Yes.
I am no longer there, because now my Instagram is my family, my baby, my work, what I do, because now my Instagram has changed into from a portfolio of who is Naddy Rahman to my work.
Yes, your priorities have shifted.
It has
since-
completely shifted.
Yes.
Completely. So my Instagram is sort of like a different portfolio for me to show how credible I am to do this, you know, because now I have my own company and stuff. So
She a businesswoman.
she a working girl. No lah, but I try lah, you know. So yeah, and now I have a new level of respect for entrepreneurs such as you know. So it's shifted. So talking about now social media with different generation now, like, you know, all those Gen Zs.
What is the difference though? I mean, now that you have TikTok right now, which you didn't have 10 years ago.
No.
So how has the ball?
Do you think you would have been a TikTok girl?
I wouldn't. I can't dance.
It's not just about dancing though.
I remember you sending me that video of you dancing. I was like, girl, what? I'm like, man, I can't do this.
I really need to see.
I'm like, man, I can't do this. I'm not gonna tell them what dance it was.
Don't
but
out me.
I was like,
Show me that video later.
We're going through a really difficult time. It was the pandemic. I was losing
It was
brain
COVID.
cells
You need to
in
show
my
that on the
house.
screen right now.
I was like, man, I
Okay.
can't do that.
Absolutely not.
It's a no for me.
You know, but you did that TikTok what?
No, but I started doing those dubbing
Yes.
mouthing words.
It was one.
That one
what's
I can.
25.
Which one?
25.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
How old are you?
25.
Oh, okay.
Because I felt really old on TikTok,
Yeah,
so
on
there was a
TikTok,
TikTok like yeah,
Yes,
it's so
mostly
funny.
of Gen Z.
Yeah.
You kind of feel left out a little bit.
And now I'm
yeah.
seeing like all these younger girls around like 20, 25,
Yeah.
right? They are just now not say
I feel
competing.
old, dude,
They're always,
like-
you know, their contents are like, okay,
And they
do
catch
this-
up really
yeah.
quickly and
I'm
you
like,
have
what
to
is
kind of
this?
step up.
Yeah. So yeah.
But like, how do you feel like about the social media landscape, like in general? I hate social media. I really do. It's just not for me. I've never been that gal. I deleted social media for about 3 years. 3 years now, like thereabouts.
Yeah.
Because like I just didn't find that it served me any purpose. Like I absolutely hated it. And also I found myself at the time when I was like deep in my like Instagram like phase, I found myself comparing myself to a lot of
Yep.
girls. A lot.
A
And
lot.
it was mad. It was absolutely
Mad things
mad.
in it. Yeah.
Like I was driving myself nuts, honestly. Yeah, just like seeing all these like pretty girls and just being like,
understand.
oh my god, like you know, how do I be like her? Like, oh, you know, this, all that, blah blah blah.
See,
blah.
this is
Without-
why
without-
without
without
social media is
putting in
dangerous.
consideration
Yeah.
that the photos are probably filtered and
Yeah.
probably edited.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you are comparing yourself in the mirror,
Yeah.
like completely bare.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
No,
it's
but to be honest, I don't mind with the whole editing and whatever.
Yeah.
But to
Yeah.
change your face completely to a whole different person,
It's
stop
scary,
it.
dude.
What if you go missing?
Yeah.
How do we know how you look like?
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, we know a few
No,
people who
but
do
seriously,
that,
social
yeah.
media is a dangerous place. You
Correct.
start to, like I said, you seek validation.
Yes.
You compare yourself. It's constant. It's like
Yes.
It's
you know,
never ending.
It's never enough.
Yeah.
It's never enough.
But I'm glad that I went to school when there was no social media, because I can't imagine how the kids nowadays, how it's always
Yeah.
constantly in your face, and
Yeah.
if you're looking at your classmate, oh, she's going to here and there, and
Yeah.
you just feel like your life sucks.
And there
Yeah,
are issues
yeah.
where kids nowadays, because like you say, social media is just right in front of them. Like it's
so
it's a
easily
norm. Yeah,
accessible.
it's a norm that they don't want to study and work
Yes.
and be a full-time social media influencer.
Because you think it's so
Yeah.
easy. It's not, okay? It's
Yeah.
not.
So to your question goes back to what do I think of social
yeah, the social media landscape
yeah I think
and how it's changed.
it's drastically changing, that I feel like it's getting a bit dangerous because not dangerous like it's like detriment, like it's bad for you, whatever.
Life-threatening.
It's life-threatening. No, it's the fact that I see issues like kids nowadays, like they just don't want to go to school. Like,
Yes.
oh yeah, I can make 20 grand just posting a picture. Why do I have to work? Like, no, you have to work, you
Yeah.
have to grind, you have to grow.
Yeah, the
I don't
hustle
know,
is
yeah.
real with social
Yeah.
media.
So
Speaking of which, my nephew wants to be a content creator.
Yeah,
he wants to
see?
be a YouTuber.
yeah, even my nephew, he wants to be a YouTuber, and I'm like, no, go to school.
But like, how has like being on social media changed your perception of beauty, like in general, as well?
Oh man, trust me, I compare myself all the time. It's just that you can't show that vulnerability.
Vulnerability.
What she said.
Anglais, anglais.
All the time, like especially at events or on camera, you can't. But now I'm letting you guys know that, trust me, even like the prettiest beauty pageant or whatever, every girl will have that side of her. Trust me.
Yes.
But if you show that side of you, girl, you're not gonna get far.
Yeah.
Because there will always be girls that are prettier than you. There will
Yes.
always, but you are just beautiful in your own way.
Correct.
You get that confidence, you own it, and just go through life. And sometimes, to be honest, I'm already at that stage where I really don't care what people think of me anymore. If you want to say I'm fake, go ahead. 2 + 2 is 4 lah for you, or 5. I also don't care. You know, like seriously, it's gone to that stage because I've seen it all. Like, because I've been there. I told you, from all these rejections and whatever, I've been there, and it's not a nice feeling. And I try not to go back there anymore. If I have that feeling where I feel I'm not good enough and whatever, like, yes, I will talk about it to my husband or
Yes.
any of my closest friends, like even your sister or whoever. And I just cry about it, but that's it. I can't dwell. I just move on.
But if you could go back 10 years, 10 years ago, what would you still want to go through this grind of being an influencer? Would you still want
that's
to
such
do
a good
that?
question, actually.
I still would though, because as time progressed, you know, I'm pretty sure everybody wants that taste, right? Like,
Yeah.
what's it like being
Experience.
an influencer? Yeah. So, if I didn't go through all that, I wouldn't be here today.
What would be
Wow.
different though? What would be different if, let's say, if you didn't go through the whole Instagram route and if you were just to be a normal person?
I
per
would
se?
have been a lawyer and continued.
that's so true.
I studied law and
That is
yeah,
so cool.
I would have, yeah, because I was actually working. Can you imagine? I was actually working for 3 years while doing modeling, while going to events, while doing campaigns.
You're juggling so many things. How do you do it?
Oh my god! No, I was really tired. But again, I have this thing where I want to prove people wrongs. You know, my parents they're very strict. They're
Traditional.
very traditional. They're very, because my dad's like, why are you doing all this? Like, just go to work.
Yeah, you just
you
don't
know?
get
What
it.
is
Yeah,
Instagram?
whatever. Yeah, but I'm like, I don't ask money from you. And you know why? It's because, like, you know, it's easy money for me. Yes, work is work, because you know you're going to get that salary at the end of the month. But the extra income it's rewarding.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Was it difficult to, grow your social media following?
To be honest, it was difficult. It still is, because at one point my social media followers was going up really fast, rapidly. Like every day there's always 300 followers, 500 followers. But now I think, like I say, I've already reached a stage where I just don't put that much effort
Yeah, you just
anymore
don't
as before.
look at that stuff.
Yeah, and because there are more upcoming new people on Instagram, better content creators and all these YouTubers and beauty, whatever, fashion personas, it has shifted to that, and they only see me as this, just a lifestyle, going to events, family, nothing to sort of, not to say nothing interesting, but maybe to seek that content creation from me is not there. They would rather go and see elsewhere. Yeah.
But anyway, you're busy being a mom.
I know, busy being a mom.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the best thing ever, because everything else just
Aww.
seriously, you won't think of anything else. Like, you just go on and be happy. I'm way happier where I am now.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, sisters.
Oh, that's so
I
good
think it
to
goes
hear.
to show you, at the end of the day, what's important is family, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I mean, you go through all these things for
yeah.
not as if for nothing, but the importance of why we're here today, why we're living,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So I think with me also, like I said, now my Instagram has has shifted more to work, right? I'm actually very proud that I've networked from the start.
Yeah.
Going to events, meeting this person, these people, meeting him. I have to be a bit thick-faced. Yes, it's a bit like, hi, I'm Naddy, nice to meet you, like, you know. But it's good to have that context because now it's very useful in my business. So
because you went through all the brutal things 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think
And here you are today. It's just
yeah. It made you like a really tough person.
yeah. How has being a mom like just changed you? Not just like your perception of beauty, but just like you, like your mindset, like, you know.
I must say, the first time being a mom and especially going out in the world after going through whole pantang and everything, yes, the feeling of like I'm not the same person, I don't look the same, I don't weigh the same, is there. But because you having a child, it kind of like, how do you say, it kind of like overrides that feeling because you actually went through all that to get that.
It was a beautiful process.
The beautiful ball of beauty there. That's
a
my
bowling
baby.
ball.
Yeah,
a
but
bowling ball.
Bowling ball.
Bowling-
Yes.
yeah, but-
Baby Jeffrey it.
Yeah, that feeling, of course, I start seeing my old pictures and I'm like, oh my god, I can't wear that anymore. I don't look like that anymore, of course. And especially seeing your scars, because I had to go through an emergency C-section. So I have a big scar around my stomach. And of course, there's the stretch marks and everything. Yes, it's not easy on the eyes, but it makes me really proud.
Yes.
So I kind of tell myself every day, like, it's okay. This is what made me a mom.
Yep.
So if you feel if I feel like I need to look pretty, I'll just go to the hair salon. Like, can you do something to my hair today? You know, anything to make you feel good, but it comes from within. You know, all this, whatever you wear, whatever you put on your face, it's just there. But if you shine from the inside, it's a different aura.
Oh, 100%.
It's
yeah,
a different
100%.
aura, and I think that attracts people more rather than just the outside.
The outside.
Yeah.
Because if you feel good inside, it translates on
You
the
look good outside.
That's
right.
right.
Yeah. Sounds like
That's
an
right.
advertisement
Yeah, I
for something.
know,
Yeah,
right? I
that
feel
should be
like
a
I'm
tagline.
selling something
Yeah.
right now. Yeah, because I think like especially like people on social media, like after they go through you know, pregnancy, like there's always this pressure to like bounce back. And like, did you ever feel that?
Of course, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like, because, oh my god.
Because it's insane.
It's insane because I always
Yeah.
see all
2
this.
weeks later.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like supermodels like
Yeah,
looking like,
like,
oh,
how
you know,
do you do
it's
that?
so
That's
not
insane.
real, man.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Because to me, I feel like, look, it's all just social media. I know behind that camera, there's definitely stretch marks here. There's definitely, you know, you will have that feeling.
And
Tipu kalau tak
yeah,
ada.
there's a really, 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 really good editor
Can you do
employed.
that
Yeah.
for your stomach?
Well, no, it's in like for photos, like that go up on
Oh,
like social
right,
media, right?
Like face
post-
app?
Entah lah, like face app. Cause like there's basically those photos are curated to the audience, right? And what they want to see and
But
stuff
Yeah.
like
for
that.
whom, right? I mean, for
Yeah, I
whom?
know.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think
That's why I
like
say social media is very dangerous.
Yes.
it's scary.
You
Because
need
you're, like,
to
trying to
keep
please for-
proving yourself to people.
know to whom?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mhm,
I mean, if it's enough for your family and your husband, and that's enough.
Yeah.
And for yourself.
Yeah, that feeling of always looking at Instagram pictures of other girls. Memang lah, of course lah, tipu lah cakap tak ada, right? Of course lah, you feel like, oh my god, cantiknya dia ni, apa ni? But you know,
Yeah.
you just start to remember, oh my god, I went through so many things also, like,
Yes.
it's who I am today.
Yeah, exactly.
And that stretch mark and that scars, that's like your award.
Yeah.
For being like going through the toughest thing any
The
woman
9
can go
months.
through.
Yes. Betul. It's your, what do you call your battle scars?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Oh, I love that actually. Battle scars. Do you have like any advice that you want to give to us Gen Zers? Yeah. Ew.
Us
ew.
Gen Zers?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm Gen Z. I'm
Are you a
cusp.
millennial?
I am millennial.
Okay.
I'm on the cusp. 97.
Oh my
Gen Z.
God.
Gen
Oh my
Z.
God.
Right. Do you have like any advice that you want to give to people who want to start out like in the social media industry?
Yeah, I do. Just be resilient, know what you want, stay focused, ignore everything, the surroundings around you, have that one focus and you'll be fine. But you have to be very resilient. You have to be very strong-headed in this industry because it is a tough competition, yo. And I'm looking at kids nowadays. I'm like, I'm so glad I'm not there anymore because I went through all that. So now is your time. But please be ethical, be organic, be mindful, be good people, and make use of what you have, and please turn it into something great. Be it a business, be it work, anything. Turn it into something great. Don't just sit on it and after this, what's next? What am I going to do? After okay, I'm done being social. Don't. Turn it into something great because that's how you can go far. Because I know nowadays people just don't want to go to school, don't want to do this, don't want to do that. If you want to be a social media influencer, please, by all means, but turn it into something great.
Alright, Kakak Naddy came through there with the
Galong.
Alright, sis. Already. And last final question.
Kids,
from
listen to
Nita.
that advice. Right? So, last question. What would you tell baby Jufri about... Wait, I'm not done. What would you tell baby Jufri about social media? What advice would you give him on it? Like 10 years from now or 20 years from now?
Dear Jufri,
Don't go into it.
don't go on social media. No, but yeah, Jufri, if you want to be on social media, listen to mommy. Yeah, you can be on social media. You probably meet your girl there. I don't know. You may never know. You may never know in your time. But yeah, be ethical and be mindful on it. That's it. That's all I can say because yeah, time progresses. You may never know what's next, right? In social media.
Yeah,
So
it's
just
true.
be
It's an
ethical and be mindful.
ever-evolving industry.
Right.
huh?
I mean, we just woke up yesterday and there's threats, right?
Yeah,
so how
like-
do we keep up?
Exactly. What's going on?
Exactly.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming
you, Naddy.
onto
Thank you
our
so much for
show,
having
Naddy.
me.
It's been a very meaty conversation. I feel like we've I feel like we've covered a lot. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Got substance.
I hope it's insightful and helpful and
Yeah.
also I hope it's okay lah.
I know, definitely. I think we've learned a little bit
Yes,
more about the
definitely.
industry for
Yeah.
sure. So thank you so much for
Lots of wisdom there.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of wisdom.
it's all no hate. It's all love. Trust me.
Oh
trust
yeah,
me.
for sure. Anyway, so that's it for actually our first ever episode of season 3. I hope you guys enjoy it. Catch you on the next one.
Bye!